A very good morning to all. Today, we are going to start our last session of 5-day FDP on research methodology. Today, we have with us today's resource person, Dr. G. Gupteswar Sahu, Dean R&D of Raghu Engineering College and Professor of EC Department. So I like to invite Dr. G. Kiran Kumar Sir, HOD Physics, to introduce our resource person. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to all the participants. It's my privilege to introduce to you today's resource person, Dr. Gupteswar Sahu. Dr. Gupteswar Sahu is currently working as Dean R&D and as Associate Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Sahu Engineering College, Visakhapatnam. Previously, he has worked at GMRIT, Rajam for 3 years and at MITS Rayagada in Odisha for about 8 years. In total, he has about 17 years of teaching experience. Prior to that, he has received his BTech from Biju Patnaik University of Technology, Odisha, and MTech from IIT Guwahati in 2008, and his PhD in Electronics and Communication Engineering from NIT Jamshedpur in the year 2018. His research interests are in time frequency analysis of non-stationary signals, biomedical image processing, and human gait recognition. So he has more than 20 publications in SCI Focus Index journals and reputed international conferences. He is currently guiding 2 PhD students, and his team has received Best Paper Award for the paper titled An Adaptive Fireplay Optimization Algorithm for Human Gait Recognition in Springer International Conference on Smart and Sustainable Technology, Rural and Tribal Development Using IoT and Cloud Computing, held at GIET University, Guntur. So apart from that, he also acted as reviewer and session chair for many Springer and IoT conferences. He was appointed as reviewer for prestigious AICTE Student Learning Assessment Project by AICTE in the year 2021-22. He was a resource person for 2-day national workshop on embedded systems and signal processing in 2018 at Sanketika Vidya Parishad Engineering College, Visakhapatnam. He was also invited as resource person for a guest lecture in National Innovation and Startup Policy for Higher Education Institutions on 14th October 2022 at Sanketika Vidya Parishad Engineering College, Visakhapatnam. He was the resource person for 1 week online FDP on enhancing faculty expertise, communication, and signal processing during July 2023, organized by Department of ECD, Aditya College of Engineering and Technology, Kakinada. So with his vast knowledge, today he is going to present to us about publication metrics, journal quality, citations, and H-index, which are a necessity for each and every researcher. So with this short introduction to Dr. Gupteswar Sahu, I'd like to invite him to start his presentation. So please.
Thank you. My voice is audible? Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Kiran, for this nice introduction. And I am very much thankful to the management, principal, and the organizing committee for providing me an opportunity to speak something regarding this particular topic for this particular research FDP on research methodology. So,
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
One small announcement. Dear participants, please put on your video for screenshot.
Thank you all. Sir, please.
Yeah. Thank you once again for the organizing committee for providing me an opportunity to speak something on this particular FDP on a particular topic. So let me share my screen. The screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, so the topic for today's talk will be publication metrics, journal quality, citation, and edge index. So, as part of this 5-day virtual FDP on research methodology, I'm going to present it, and this is my thing. So the publication metrics, all of you might be doing certain kind of research and undergraduate level or postgraduate level or doctorate level. So while doing research, you might come across different steps. In that, while you are doing certain research, after you are getting your research outputs, the main question is where to put those things, which journal is suitable for that one. Okay, and so in order to do this one, then different agencies came up with different types of things. This particularly this publication metrics consists of the 3 key types. One is journal quality. So how to measure the quality of a journal, then how to measure the individual article quality, and how to measure the individual research quality. So here mainly the organizer or the coordinator of this workshop, he has given me to cover these 3 topics in my lecture. So, okay, I will cover this one, but before that, I want to speak 15 to 20 minutes about what is the research and how to do the research in a systematic way. Okay, so those things I will cover first. After that, I'm going to discuss about the journal quality, how to identify fake journals or predatory journals. Okay, then there are different matrices with that particular journals. That also I will give live examples rather than putting the slides. I'm going to present the live things, and I will show how to identify the fake journals, where you can get the related data of the original journals and all other things. I'm going to this, but before that, I want to say something about the research, how to do research, okay, and how to start the research. Those who are already done their PhD and doing quality research, it's okay, but for those who are just started their career and they want to pursue their PhD or PG, or they are doing their undergraduate final year project, this will be very much useful. How to find out how to choose a particular topic, how to proceed further, all these things I will discuss for 15 to 20 minutes. After that, I will go to the topic which was given to me, those the journal quality, how to check the journal quality, article quality, and the research quality. Okay, so we know research is conducted in all areas of fields of knowledge, utility, and subject matter. So whenever morning we are up, we want to go to college or we want to do something, always we do some kind of research or case study. This I will do. After that, this we will do. Every day we will do certain kind of research. While if you want to go to purchase something, then you will do research in the net, how much the price online or something like that. But we are not doing proper documentation of it, right? But in the research, what we are doing a systematic way. Our approach should be in a systematic way, and we have to obtain our objectives. So in order to obtain our objective, we should have some objectives, right? So how to fix those objectives, how to formulate a problem, how to provide the solution, to find out the solution for that one. So all these things you have to do in a systematic way. So research is conducted in our earlier field, then the process, the procedure, the approach of research vary in accordance with the objective, purpose of study, type of population, and the investigation items to be produced, type of result aspired, and the resources available in terms of funds, trained person, time, equipment, all these things plays a very crucial role in that particular while doing the research. So basic steps in the research process. So as from last 5 days, many speakers came and they spoke about different concepts related to research methodology. Today, as the final day, what I will do, I will conclude to all the things together, and what are the part given to me, that also I will talk today. So basic steps in the research process is you have to choose a research topic. So if you cannot choose a topic in 1 or 2 days, when you are going through, you will get initially a broad topic, but you have to narrow down the topic. Then what you have to do, you have to read so many books, then the journals, journal papers, the conference papers. You have to sit with your thesis supervisor for a long duration of times to think about that. So from broad range to narrowing that particular topic is a first task that researchers should do. Then they have to search for information, then they have to search for related materials, then they have to identify a research problem, then formulate the research questions, then create a research design, then they have to write the paper, then cite the sources properly, then proofread, then submission, right? But in between this, choosing a particular the journal is also plays a crucial role. That what I am planned to discuss in the next step. Okay, so in order to choose, you have some come up with some idea, and particularly as you know, the knowledge of the research area, which that is very much broad one. So if you will choose this topic, already you know you've done something in the undergraduate or postgraduate level, and then you can we feel comfortable with that particular topic. Then nowadays interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary research also plays a very important role. So these are some of the certain points definitely useful for choosing of the research topic. Then you have to think what is the time duration of your program, whether it is take 2 years, and if you are getting PG 1 year, you have to complete the project. Then you have to you have to choose the research topic in such a way that you have to complete that work in that particular duration of the time. So that is the requirement of your program. What if suppose you are doing PhD, according to the university guidelines, suppose you have to publish these many papers, otherwise you cannot submit your thesis. Then you have to plan it accordingly. Then definitely your thesis supervisor will play a crucial role to discuss with you and to finalize those things. So always you have to do the research, time-bound research. You have to do that one. So you have to see whether the resource availability and data availability of that particular research-oriented thing you are getting or not. Then you have to discuss that with your supervisor. Then after that, you have to start a preliminary research. So what you have to do, whether you have to see once you are choosing a particular domain topic, then you have to search for information, whether the information is available or not, whether the software is with you or not, with your institute or nearby anywhere you can manage that one. That things you have to do in the content, broad context of your research. Right, then you have to search for the keywords in the appropriate titles. In that way, you can start your search process. Then where you can search for materials, books, always books plays a very important role. The fundamentals, all these things will be covered. That's why IITs or NITs or universities or you are doing part-time or full-time, there will be a provision to do the coursework in a particular 1 or 2 topics. You have to do register, you have to read books, you have to complete that course. Then anyhow, ebooks, then articles, journals, magazine, video, images, databases. If you are medical images, if you are working on medical images, definitely you need to access a publicly available databases for that particular images where you cannot make your databases. Okay, so these are then websites, then way literature. The thesis, already students worked in that area and submitted thesis in different universities. Those also plays a very important role. Then conference papers, proceedings, research reports, and government documents. All these things plays a very important role, and you have to search for these materials. Then once you are searching material, then in order to evaluate the sources, you have to put certain questions, and you have to get the right answer for that. When were the sources written and published, who is the author of that one, whether that is updated recently or not. These things are very much important. That the source cover your research topic comprehensively, only covers one aspect, or multi aspects are available or not. What extent does the source answer your research question? Is the source considering popular or scholarly? Is the terminology and language used easily understand to you or not? Then in the authority, who is the author, what credentials he has, how much research he has done. All these things will play a vital role while choosing the particular research paper. So does the source provide any information that leads you to believe that author is credible or expert on the topic? Yes, this also plays a very important role. So because when you are starting your research career, first you have to do the literature review. In that literature review, you can't take a paper arbitrarily. You have to take some papers which are published in good journals such as Finger, IEEE, or like that, right? So it will make your things easier, because already these journals, what they will do once the paper is submitted, they will do the peer review, and those after peer review, if the author addresses all the questions of the reviewers, then only they will publish the paper. So indexing papers only you have to take rather than non-indexing papers, and that's to high quality impact factor or journal in H index. All this plays a very crucial role while choosing the particular paper. Okay, then you have to statistically verify another source, compare between the papers. Okay, and you can read the papers which are cited in those papers. Okay, is the paper written with good English or not? Is the grammatical errors are there? These will also show the quality of the paper. The quality and the impact of the journal also plays a very important role while choosing, while evaluating the sources. Then what is the purpose of the motive for the source? Why they done that particular research? Is that theoretical or practically they have done the research? Where they taken the database? How the results are justified? How they compared the results with the recently published papers or not? All these things you have to go through. Okay, so that is the way how you will evaluate the source. Then identify, in order to identify the research problem, you can take any practical issue, or you can investigate a theoretical problems that depend on the type of availability of research resources in the institute where you are doing the resource, and you guides or supervisors consent, you have to take that one. Okay, so after these primary things, you have to formulate a research question. So to put the problem in context, at the objectives, the problem statement need to be defined. Okay, so once one problem statement is defined with the particular certain objects, so then you have to write the research question. You have to frame the questions, where the laggings are there, where the gap is there, where we can work further to improve that. All these things you have to do. So you see, arbitrarily also you can start the PhD, or you can start the research work, but still a systematic manner, if you will do that, that will make your life easier, right? So these are the certain points. If you will consider all these things, so definitely that will help you to do the research in a systematic way. Okay, so then you have to create a research design, the research design framework for answering what the research questions you kept. Okay, so the research design consists of making decisions about the types of data needed, what the data needed, where you will get, where you can get the data, whether you have to take from existing databases, or you have to frame your own data, you have to create your own database that you have to take. Then what are the methods used to collect and analyze the data, what softwares or what type of tools required to analyze the data, or what type of hardware is available or software is available with you, or anywhere nearby your institute available, or any of the agencies which you can collaborate with them to get the data. These things you have to take care, because once you are going into the research, a particular area is fixed, then without prior knowledge of these things, it's difficult to go to the next step. Okay, so the location and time scale of the research also plays a role. What is the requirement for your course? Okay, how much time you need to, if you are getting funding from agency, how many years the funding will be there. If you are getting a stipend, how many years you can survive with that particular financial things, that you have to decide priorly. Okay, so for writing a research paper, it is really a very challenging task. Really, if you are publishing in a good journal, which is having a good impact factor or Q1, Q2 journals, really it plays a very important role. And these are some of the things already. Those who are writing the paper, they know the things, and those who are starting their career to write the paper, they have to prefacing the ideas, creating an outline. First, they have to put all the ideas in a paper in a roughly manner, so that data required to present there, and after that you have to put all the answer to the questionnaires which you framed. Then citing of the sources is very important, because whenever you are using somebody's work, you have to give due credit to that person. So for that one, citing sources, then citation styles that again vary from different journal to journal. Then you have to use certain citation management tools, all these things to put the things in a time bounded manner. Then the paper style that will be provided in the author guidelines of the journal, then you have to take that one, and you have to read that, you have to prepare the style of your article in that style provided to you. So these are very common things, but very important things, right? So cite your research properly. Yes, when we are putting somebody's work, we have to cite it, otherwise that will come as the plagiarism. So in order to do that one, we have to attribute, in order to avoid that one, we have to attribute the credit where the credit is due. The person who have really worked on that, somewhere we have to quote in the reference that this paper is taken from this. So by doing this, there are other advantages also there. It provides a credibility for your argument, what you are putting there, demonstrate the evidence of your research. Yes, we are quoting that. If anybody interested to go to that quoted paper, and he can go there and you can see the paper, what the fundamental things you have taken, or what are the idea you have taken in your work, okay, and help to avoid plagiarism. That is very, very important, okay. Then proofread. So the final step is the process to proofread the paper you have created, read through the text, check for any errors in spelling, grammar, punctuations, then make sure that sources used are cited properly, make sure the message that you want to get across to the reader has been thoroughly stated. So before writing paper, when you are writing a paper, the basic thing is that who is the targeted audiences, who is the scientist, it is a disciplinary paper or a multidisciplinary paper. Those all things you have to take care while writing a good paper. So it will take a lot of time to write a good paper with good English and all the body of the paper in a systematic manner, right? So this is all about, just I want to talk about the systematic way of doing research and publishing the papers, right? So now comes to the topic which was given by the coordinator to me to speak today. Journal, the metrics of how the quality of journal will be measured, or the article or the researcher's quality will be measured. A journal is a scholarly publication, contains articles written by researchers, professors, students, or other experts. Journal focuses on a specific discipline or field of study. Always you see any journal, they will focus on a specific discipline, not all things together. The management, social science, the technology, all will not come in together in a particular good journals. In my next few slides, I'm going to show you those things, how the fake journals are there, how to find the fake journals, all these things, okay. Then most of the journals are peer reviewed. Peer reviewed means once you are sending your paper, that will you are submitting your paper, that will go to the reviewers who has renowned in that particular area, who already worked in that area, and they will, the peers who will review the papers, and they will keep whether your particular journal is suitable for publication or not. They will see that have original research, focus on current developments, cite others works, and bibliographies will be there. The content list can be print, or the journal may be online, or both, okay. So basic indexing standards for the journals are, you can see that any journal, if you will click and go to their main page, then you will see all these numbers: ISSN number, device, editorial board, page with names, where they are working, the titles, clearly stated peer review policy. They will give in the author guidelines how to prepare the paper. All the things will be mentioned there. I am going to show you some journals where they will put the journal metrics. Then what is the acceptance rate, what is the rejection rate, how much time it will take for the first decision, how much time it will take to acceptance to the publication. All things will be clearly mentioned. But these are some of the basic index standards. If a particular journal maintains all these things, then that will be indexed in a particular database like Scopus or the Web of Science, like that. Okay. So this is the thing. Then the following are some of the most prominent journals. Those are journals, the databases, Scopus and Web of Science. These two things. Right. Sorry for the inconvenience. Right, Scopus is managed by elsewhere, and it covers the fields of science, technology, medicine, social science, arts, humanities. Web of Science, under Web of Science, this Science Citation Index expanded, or Social Science expanded, and Arts expanded. Those will come. I will show you in the website one by one. And this is Web of Science is previously it was maintained by Thomas Reuters, but now that is Clarivate Analytics. It covers journals from a range of scientific and technical fields. It also provides some data analysis options. Then a directory of open access journal, PubMed, Embase. These are the databases which help the journal for indexing. Okay, clone journals, right? So now coming to the topic of the clone journals. So clone journals or web pages are a counterfeit mirror of authentic journal that exploit the title and ISSN number of legitimate journal, that is International Standard Serial Number of a legitimate journal. So these are the fake journals. We can say these are the fake journals which generally targets the researcher by sending them the mails, and they will duplicate the impact factor, ISSN number of the original journal, and they don't have anything to do with the research. They only take money from the researchers. Okay, and as you know that in India, the teaching is not the primary job, right? So you know, people targets often this one. Okay, this particular field, and those who are doing research, if they want to quickly publish their paper, or if they want to complete their PhD within the time duration, and these are the shortcut. But many times I've seen that many people, without knowing the truth also, they will publish the papers. So be careful with the clone journal web pages, and don't there is no shortcut for research, so don't go for any shortcuts, right? So do the research properly and publish the papers in good journals. Okay, so I will show you some of the clone journals. Can you see the website? I am showing some website. Is it visible? Yeah. Thank you. So see this one. See, Hot Research Journal. ISSN number is given 00050601. That also I will show you. You can see here the contact. If you will click, See, nothing is there. Okay, editorial board. You can see only names are there, but we don't know whether these people know about their names are here or not. Then call for papers, indexing. You see, here they are publishing all type of journals: science, engineering, technology, art, social science, humanities, physical science, and environment. It is highly important. If you will go through any good journal, they will only publish in a particular area, particular topic, right? So these are the things where you have to know that the website which you are going through is a fake journal. Okay, so these are the red flags which then you can go to the guidelines. Submission of article, paper submitted to Gmail, right? Gmail. I don't think Gmail will be there for any paper publication. They should have their own. Okay, then that is the thing. Then we will check that one in the Scopus database. What about this journal? Then you have to click, once you have to go to the Scopus and click that, then you go to title, then you see author. Yes, this journal is in Scopus. Yes, 2009 to 22, that is still covering. I think this is a italic journal 0005. Then you can go to the source home page. Yes, this is the journal. This is the original paper of the original website of that particular journal. Okay. So here you can see they even copied the everything from this particular journal. The ISSN number also they copied. You see that is 00050601, and they copied that particular this journal also. Okay, then this is a clone journal, because this is the original journal and they clone this one. Now they will, when somebody started their research or not having idea of how to find out the fake journal, definitely after getting mail. So many times as in R&D while collecting the papers, sometimes people may not know that and they are publishing papers. They think that the paper is there in the Scopus and they are publishing, but that should not be the case. You have to search through the Scopus database, then only you can publish the papers. Like that, many journals are there. Some 150 journals are there, which are 150 to 200 journals listed by UGC, that these journals are fake journals or that clone journals. Okay, so this also you can take Gian Journal of Architecture and Technology. So before publishing your hard work, after hard work, you are getting the results, and it should not go wasted by you sending the paper to the clone journals. So this is the Journal of Jian University of Architecture and Technology. So just I will take that process. I will keep that ISSN number 1006. You can search through ISS number 06. And click that, then you go to the source home page. This is the, again, you can see here the call for papers. See, scope: science, engineering, aero, agriculture engineering, applied chemistry, architecture and construction, artificial intelligence, automobile engineering, biotechnology, ECE, highway engineering. You have to know that this is one the fake one, because no journal will cover these many areas, cloud areas. Okay, so this is the actually original one, Journal of Jain University of Technology. This is the original website. Okay, and that is the clone. Okay, so be careful while choosing a journal. You may get a mail that within 2-3 days it will be published, or it may be take 5 to 10,000 for public for quicker publication compared to other journals. All these type of fake mails you will get, but don't go for those things. Just do your own research and try to find out the journal. Okay. Similarly, we can see this one particular journal is there, sub journal. This we will see. So this UGC care list is there. Here also some UGC journals are there. You see in this category, two types of journals are mentioned, indexed by this UGC care. That is UGC care list group 1 and the UGC care list group 2. Here also you can see list of clone journals under UGC group 1 and the list of clone journals under UGC group 2. So if here you can log in. This is free. You can create your login password and ID. You can ID and password you can create, and you can log into here, and you can check whether that particular journal which you are applying comes under UGC care or not. Here you can see alert that is given list of clone journals. If you click this, yes, you see these are some of the printed journals and cloned journals. The right side serial number after which are the original journals, and the clone journals. You can see the same type, the ISSN number, all they will take from the original journal that will be cloned, and they will put those things in their website. Okay, so these are some of the journals which are stated here. Okay. So like that, a list of clone journal under UGC Care 2. This is also provided, Care 2, and Group Care 1 is given. And the difference between Group 1 and Group 2 is that UGC Care List Group 2 consists of journals which are the Arts and Humanities Citation Index, Science Citation Index Expanded, and Social Science Citation Expanded. Only these three index journals will be considered in the UGC Care. Then question arises, Scopus also. They say Scopus, all the journals which are there in the Scopus will be considered by UGC Care. But all the journals in the Web of Science will not be considered here. Why? Because you see, if I go for Science Citation Index Expanded, then there are other journals also indexing is there. So that is your Emerging Source Citation Index. ESCI also there, Web of Science. But UGC Care will not consider that one. Okay, if you are doing the journal and the Web of Science, still that will not be considered by UGC Care. This particular thing you have to remember. If your journal is only indexed in SCIE, then only UGC Care list will be considered. If you are having ESCI journal that is in Web of Science, still it will be not be considered. So in order to know that clause, you have to go to that frequently asked questions. Here a lot of things are given. Okay, so for the NAC or anywhere you are publishing for project NRF or anything, these points should be noted down. In the point number 16, are journals included in the Emerging Source Citation or Web of Science included in the no? The journal included in ESCI are not part of UGC Care. Okay, so only SCI journals or the Social Science Index Expanded or the Arts Humanity Citation Index. Those three journals will be included here. Okay, so this is the thing. So here you can see which type of journals they will take, Arts and Humanity. For this one, you have to log into that particular Web of Science website that is maintained by Clarivate Analytics. This you see here, you see first the 2021 review historic. It is a journal that the Web of Science core collection is Art and Humanities Citation Index. Okay, then you see other journals, CIE is there, Science Index Expanded is there. You see here Emerging Source Cited ESCI. So if anybody publishing in DC technology, then that will not be counted in particularly in the UGC care journal. Okay, so you have to be careful where you are publishing the papers. Okay, then some of the delisted journals from group 2 also provided here. So you can see here the number, the after careful revision they discontinued from which date or which year also provided here. So this is also one of the important things you have to consider while publishing the papers. You should not put your papers in these particular channels. This is also available in the Scopus database. Also, it is available. So these are some of the known journals I have addressed. Then how to check? Then they have some fake DOI. That is also one point I forgot. But DOI also you can check whether the particular DOI they are provided. They are providing the DOI is right or not. For example, I am going to the author journal. Yeah. Then you can see this current issue. Okay, you see they provided one DOI here. I will take that and copy that. Then I am going to the DOI. I will check whether that DOI is available or not. You see the DOI cannot be found. They given the DOI of your own in the website also. You will not get the DOI. But if you will go for a true journal and if you will put the DOI, definitely that will work, and you will get the paper screenshot of that particular paper. Okay, so this is also they are doing how to identify. This is also one of the way to identify the big journals. Then the predatory journals are different from that particular clone journals. These are the journals which may be in indexing, maybe Scopus or some indexing, but after a few years by their journal name will be removed from that particular list. So you can take this European Journal of Medical Journal of this, I will take Journal of Critical Reviews copy. Then you can see sources. This you can see. Yes. So this is whatever the papers published in between 2019 to 2020 there, but it is the coverage is discontinued in the Scopus. So here again a lot of questions will come when the student or the author want to publish the paper that is there in the Scopus, but after that it was removed. So really it's a challenging task to find out these type of journals. So anyhow, if you will go to the source home page, this is the thing, and you can guess. I think you can guess by aims and scope of this particular journal. Then here you see this publishing all engineering, science, pharmacy, management, social science, and humanities. Again, this is also not possible to any journal, but this is the basic difference between a clone journal and a predator journal. What these people will do, these people will also be cheaters, but they will do in a different way. They will take something around 20 to 50,000 for publication of the papers, because already for 1 year or 2 years their journal is in the Scopus database. So same thing they will maintain. Still that particular journal is removed from that Scopus database, but they will tell that this particular journal is in Scopus database. Still still continuing, and they will do this. So what they will do, they will publish the papers without any peer review process. That is the main drawback, and they don't have anything to the anything related to the quality or any other thing of the paper. And what they will do, they will take money and publish papers. Whatever paper they will keep, they will publish. Okay, so this is how you to identify the predatory journals. So be careful, and you have to always you have to go to the authenticated websites such as the Scopus database or the Web of Science database. Search the journal, go to the home page of the journals through the these particular databases, so that you will reach at the right place. Okay, so don't trust any mails or anything any friends said to you or anyway, don't. But not all journals are predatory in nature. Some open access journals are there. They will also take money, but there will be a process. In SCI also some open access journals are there. In Scopus also some open access journals are there. But what they will do, they have a process. They will take your paper properly. They will review that. Then after a blind review or peer review, then you have to go through the different steps. Then only they will publish. Yes, they are charging money for different purposes. They have to maintain that website. They have to purchase certain things in order to keep their journal alive. For that one, they may charge something. But predatory journal, all paid journals are not predatory journals. Some open access journals may take money from you, but they will do the process in a systematic way, and they will publish your papers, right? So the citation in Google citation also, you can see these papers, the fake journal papers will be cited in Google Scholar. That is also an unwanted thing. If we will, I will go to the Google Scholar. See the many people cited that papers published from this art journal. Okay, so that makes the Google Scholar also these particular journals papers will be citation, the index all will be sometimes calculated from this one. Okay, then University Grants Commission Consortium, just now I have shown that particular website to you, where we are having two kind of things, group 1 and group 2. Group 2 is the journals indexing globally recognized databases that consist of Scopus and these Web of Science, or I can say CI, the arts and humanities, and the social science journals, school journals will come under that one. Okay, and they also kept the delisted journals, the fake and clone journals in their website that will be used. Okay, then come to the now the impact factor and the site score. So site score is provided by the Scopus, and the impact factor is provided by Web of Science. Okay, so Scopus journals won't have impact factor because they can't use that. That is a copyright of Web of Science. Okay, and if a particular journal index for both Scopus and Web of Science, then they have that particular impact factor. But only in Scopus, that particular journal will not have any impact factor. But they are having different methodology to find out the impact of the journal, that is given by site score, right? And this is 4 years documents from the last 4 years. Then 2020, the citation score will be calculated by number of citations and depending on the number of items published in that particular journal. Okay, similarly, impact factor will be 2 years impact factor. Suppose I want to find out in 2019, then 17, 18, how many papers are published and how many papers are cited. According to that, we will find out. So the difference between that, two are there. Site score and impact factor are not the same thing. Site score is maintained by Scopus, whereas impact factor is maintained by Web of Science. Yeah, this is a 2 years documents are taken considered to find out the 2 years impact factor, where 4 years documents are considered for to find out the site score of a particular site score of a particular journal by this particular scopus. Okay, so while counting this, the citable documents in Web of Science includes articles and review papers, whereas for the scopus that includes all articles, reviews, conference papers, the data papers, and book chapters. Okay, so this is thing I will show you how to find out. This is the journal impact factor. For example, I want to find out the impact factor in the year 2023. Then the number of citations received in the 2023 for all items published in 22 and 21. So if I will take the impact factor in X in the year X, then total number of published in X minus 2 and X minus 1 will be considered. Similarly, the number of articles reviews published in X minus 2 and X minus 1 year. From this area, suppose the number of citations it is 56,000 and number of articles and review published in 1500. So 66,000 by 1500, and that will be 4. The impact factor will be 4. And then there will be a 5-year impact. Now the 5-year impact factor also will be calculated. For that one, they are counting the papers published from 18 to 22, and for the year 23, the 5-year impact will be calculated. There are many loopholes or advantages, disadvantages of this impact factors also there. So there is a lot of debate is there whether to what is the credibility of these impact factors. Okay, so these are some of the advantages of the 5-year impact factor. Okay, so in conclusion, we can see one thing we have to note that journal impact factors cannot assess the quality of individual articles, definitely, and not all journals have the impact factor. So for those indexed in SCI only have the impact factor. For example, Scopus journal, they don't have impact factor. Then how to compare between the non-indexing journal with a SCI indexing journal? So that is also debatable, right? So the citation practice also vary between disciplines. So journal impact factor should not be used to compare journals across different subjects. That is also there. Then major difference between site score is that already have discussed that. This is a site score is by Scopus, whereas the impact factor is by Web of Science. Site score uses 4 years of window data, whereas the impact factor adopts 2-year window, or if you are going for 5 years impact factor, it will take the 5 years data. And site score includes all type of documents such as articles, review papers, conference papers, book chapters, all these things. But the impact factor, while calculating the impact factor, the citable documents are only the articles and reviews. Okay, so in order to find out the site score, you can go to a specific journal Scopus, and once you are clicking there, then you can find out that particular under the title. You can put the title of the journal title in the search box, and once you are finding out that source, you will find the site score of the journal on the web page. Okay, so for example, I can show that one. Okay, so this is the thing. Suppose I am so title, I am putting one ISSN number. I want to know that. Suppose I am putting arbitrarily one journal 143357541. see the result. This is the journal, Computer Methods in Biomechanics Biomedical. You can see the site score. Okay, from the 4-year data they have calculated, and then the Saimago journal ranking and normalized source normalized impact factor also we can find it out. Okay, so here we can go for the source home page. Okay, so this is the journal what we are talking about. This is the authenticated website of that particular journal. Then if you will go to journal metrics, there are different types of things you will get: impact factor, what I have discussed, 5-year impact factor, what is the site score, whether that is Q1, Q2 journal, what is the value of that journal ranking, what is that source normalized impact factor, all these things. And they also give data, written data about what is the acceptance, how much average date it will take for submission to the first decision, then submit first to post review decision, online publication, acceptance rate. That means if 100 papers are submitted to journal, 22 papers will be accepted, and remaining 78% of the journals are rejected. Okay, so these are the things, impact factor. They are clearly giving here what is the impact factor, best quartile, 5 years impact factor, site score, then what is the best quarter, all the speed of acceptance, all these things will be provided, and these are very much crucial while you are choosing a particular journal for publication. You have to go through that particular journal information, because it will give a lot of scope whether your particular article is suitable for the journal or not. The impact factor of that particular journal. Okay, so whether that is in Scopus or again from website, you can't get that. You have to go to the Scopus or Web of Science and you have to see whether that particular journal is indexed or not. Okay, so this is there. Then H index, it is also used to calculate the impact of the research. Okay, and this is captures the output based on total number of publications and the total number of citations to those works, providing a proper snapshot of an individual's research performance. Basically useful for comparing researchers of similar career length and comparing research in similar field, subject or department. So H index may not be useful for a beginner and a already experienced fellow, because already those who are experienced and they are in that particular research for long year, they might have high H index, but those who have started, they might don't have the H index. That doesn't mean that they are not good researchers, right? So these are some of the things, right? So how to find out the research index? So what you have to do in order to calculate the H index, organize the articles in descending order. Suppose Mr. X published 7 number of articles. Suppose the article 1 is cited 34 times, second article is cited 24 times, third article is cited for 21 times, like that. So if you see, first article is cited more than 1 time, second article is more than 2 times, and both articles are cited more than 2 times. If you go for third article is cited more than 3 times. As usual, the other article cited more than 3 times. Like if I will go for the article 6, it is cited for 6 times, and previous articles also cited for the 6 times. But while going for 7, it is only cited for 3. That means that 6 articles minimum have 6 number of citations. According to that, this H index is calculated, and the H index for the author is, for this particular author, what the example shown here is a 6. So what is the drawbacks of the H index? Does not give equal measure of early career research. What I have said, if anybody gets started and is doing the quality research, then we cannot compare the H index of that person with already experienced researcher, right? So this is only for Web of Science. Web of Science has the copyright for this one. Others cannot claim that they have the H index. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages of the H index. Then we can find out the country H index, all this from the scimagojournal.com. Then I-10 index, this is reported by the Google Scholar database. So I-10 index used to assess the quality of the research work published by the author in his career of research. This method of citation is provided by Google Scholar database, and this particular I-10 index, the number of publications, at least 10 set. It is easier to calculate the I-10 index. So same example I have taken here. If you see 5 number of articles having citations more than 10. So it reflects H index for the author is, sorry, this will be I index for the author. The I index of the I10 index of the author. I10 index of the author is 10. I10 index of the author is 10. Okay. Oh, sorry. I10 index for the author is 5 because 5 number of articles having more than 10 citations. And due to the drawbacks of that, there are different other type of things also came. SJR, the Saimago journal rank. This also just I have shown in the previous slides. In the Scopus database, we can find out what is the journal rank for a particular ranking. These are the things which are used to, this is the average number of citations in 1 year divided by the total number of articles published in the journal in the previous 3 years. Then SNIP, source normalized impact factor, impact paper. This is also measure the contextual citation impact by weighing citation based on. So these two came up to what is the impact factor and what is the problem with the impact factor. In order to avoid that one, these two came to direct comparison the sources in different subject fields, right? So these two also used in the Scopus. How to find out also is given in Scopus database. I have already shown that one. If any journal you got clicking to any journal, this will be given. The site score, the SJR, and the SNIP values will be provided to you. Okay. Then something about ISBN, ISSN numbers, ISSN numbers. The international standard for serial number, that is international standard book number. ISSN number will be provided for the journals only, but ISBN numbers will be provided to the book and the book chapters. Okay, so that is the different. Then we can see the journal metrics of this particular journal. Okay, so these are the things very important for journal metrics. So I have shown you some gazette. Once you see. Let me know the PDF is visible. So here you can see.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So the plagiarism also makes a very Indian government come up with this particular gadget to avoid the plagiarism. So all the students who are doing the research work on the guides guiding, please careful about this one. There are heavy penalties for this one. Okay, so similarity checks for exclusion from plagiarism are all quoted works reproduced with all necessary permission, all references, bibliography, table of content, preface and acknowledgements, all generic terms. These are excluded. The level of plagiarism will be, you can see the level 0, 10%, that is 1, 10 to 40%. So level 2, 40 to 60, and level 3 will be considered as above 60%. Okay, so for if anybody will be caught with this, then there are different measures in higher education institute. They have to come up with a department academic integrity panel and institute academic integrity panel. If any such type of activities are reported, then these two panels play a very important role. Then I will show some of the penalties also. Penalties in case of plagiarism will be minus similarity, no penalty up to 10%. You cannot. Similarity is different from plagiarism. Okay, if similarity score is up to 10%, no penalty acceptable. In journals, as most of the journals, when you are writing up to 10%, they are allowing. After that, 10 to 40%, if any student doing that, they have to revise the script within the stipulated time period, not exceeding 6 months. Okay, and the level 2 of penalty will be. So students will be debarred from submitting a revised script for a period of 1 year. If the level 3, that is more than 60%, so student registration for the program shall be cancelled. So government of India is taking very strict measures to cap this particular plagiarism. So all should be aware of that one. Okay, and should not do anything. If they are taking something, they have to give that due credit to the person who has worked on that one. Okay, and they have to maintain the academic integrity. That is very much important. So these are some of the references I have taken while preparing my slides, and I am giving the due credit to them, the Scopus, the Clarivative, and some of the websites I have seen while preparing the slides. Okay, so this is all about my talk. Thank you, everyone. Any questions or anything is there? Welcome. Anybody want to ask anything?
Dear participants, you can ask questions to our resource person. Unmute and ask.
Yeah, I have just one question. I think you might have explained, but maybe your poor connection, I'm not able to hear. You have mentioned citation management tools. So what are these citation management tools?
Actually, there are different tools for while you are putting the citations in the particularly in your paper. There will be different citation tools that will be manageable, madam. That you can search and you can see that one.
Okay, thank you.
Many tools are there which latex you are using or Word you are using. According to that, there are many tools are there. That is not my topic. Actually, I didn't discuss it. Just I given that one. My topic is on journal metrics.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, I just have a few questions.
Yeah, please.
If you check the citations of, for example, say Google Scholar or Scopus citations, there will be some discrepancy always.
Okay, yeah. Google Scholar too, so Scopus, yeah.
Can you explain why that is so?
Hello.
Why is that so, sir? Why is it different citations in Google Scholar and citations in Scopus Index or Clarivate? They're always different.
Yeah. Yes. Sometimes in Google Scholar, non-indexed journals also will come into the picture, but only in Scopus or Web of Science, only indexed journals, if that is cited, those will come into the picture. Google Scholar, many times your non-indexed journals, I given some example, those will also be included. So there will be always different. So that will be you have to consider the Scopus or Web of Science, what is your H index or what is, how many papers cited, those is the genuine one.
So we cannot take Google Scholar as a standard.
No. Few times, okay, it will give a impact, but not many times.
Right. And the other thing is in Google Scholar, for example, if I have a generic name, like my name is Kiran, so there could be so many number of Kiran, right?
Hello.
So it is automatic. Hello, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
So in Google Scholar, what happens is sometimes, not just my journal, some people with the
yeah, sometimes come. Yeah, you have to remove that one. Yes, you have to remove that one. Many times.
Yeah, can we set something so that it could be only my paper and not
no, that will sometimes that will be automatically added. Okay, and you have to check and you have to remove that one according to my knowledge. Okay, so how the Google search engine works, I don't know properly. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Dear participants, there is a small announcement. Stay with us because the second session is not there. We are going to conclude our FDP in this session, continuation of this session. So stay with us until the completion of this session. Now you can carry on with the queries.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes.
So, is there any H index exist
Not
for
audible
the journal?
Yes, sir, you can ask your question.
Yeah, is there any H index exist for journal?
Sahu sir, the question is.
Yeah, not audible. Not audible. Can you hear me? Just a minute. What is the question? What is the question? What is the?
The question is there any H index for journals?
H index. Yeah. H index will be for journals. So tell the answer. My voice is audible to you, ma'am? My voice is
Yes.
Yeah. For H index for journal is also there. Saimago, you can go and you can check that one. H index, country H index is also there. Journal H index, everything is there. You can set that from Saimago, Google. You can see that one and click and you can check that.
So one more thing. Actually, this is the continuation of the question for Dr. Kiran. That the citation, but H index and I-10 index is vary from Google Scholar to Scopus to Web of Science. Suppose I does not have any paper which is not indexed in Scopus or Web of Science. Still, this H index is different in Google Scholar and the Scopus. What is the reason behind that?
Sir, one thing, if you do not have any Scopus publication, your name will not be in Scopus database. Only if it is in your publication is in Scopus, then only it will be Scopus database.
Yeah, that I understand. Because I have, let's say I have 10 papers.
Yeah.
In every papers are indexed in Scopus as well as in the Web of Science. And that paper is also given in the Google Scholar. But what I found, still the Google Scholar H index is different from the Scopus and the Web of Science.
Yeah, that's what sir said. Unfortunately, he cannot hear. He said that Google Scholar is taking most of the journals, even though they are not indexed. It's taking the citations from them. For example, I publish a paper which is not indexed in Scopus or in SCI, Web of Science. I can also cite your paper. So Google Scholar is taking my paper as citation, but those Scopus and Web of Science, they are not taking it. And also sometimes what happens is self-citations are not allowed. Google Scholar is allowing them, but the Scopus and Web of Science, they are not allowing self-citations. So that's why there is this discrepancy.
Thank you.
Sir, I have. Is any other question?
Direct to Dr. Sahu. Any other questions from participants, please?
Sir, I have one question for you.
Yeah, please.
Sir, nowadays we see that most of the journal are going for open access.
Okay.
And for open access, they are charging article processing charge. That
Yes.
is must. So now it is very difficult for us to judge that whether we should go for open access or we should only publish for. Not.
It's a really good.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really a difficult problem for funding. If your institute has a certain funding, then you can go for open access, or if you are doing any collaborative work with another institute where the author can apply for the funding, then only you can go for that particular type of paper publication. But if you don't have funding, then it's a very difficult task for Indians really to publish the paper in open access journals. So you have to see the non-open access journals. That is the only way we can do it. Okay, sometimes few open access journals also, if you will write a mail to them, they might consider reducing the price or something like that.
Sir, another question regarding open access journal.
Yeah.
As we are paying the article processing charge, so can we think that whenever we submit in open access journal, there is a more chance of accepting our paper?
No, that again depend on the journal, and most of the good journals which are in Web of Science, or they will do the first review process first. After that, they will go for this pricing. Okay, so I don't think they will compromise the good journal Web of Science or Scopus on good journal. They will not compromise with the quality. Once your process, your paper is in, and you are getting all the comments from the reviewers and passing. After that, because in the initially only they will tell you that yes, if your paper is accepted, you have to pay this much of money. Once the review process is over, then you have to pay that.
Any other questions?
Hi, Anindita. I have one queries here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're audible. You can ask now.
Yeah, actually, I feel in open access, there is more chance for getting acceptance. It is my experience, I'm telling you. Of course, there will be a natural reviewing process of all those things like nature publications and all. Of course, their subscription charge is very high, 4 lakhs plus. Okay, in Nature University or any others, they have a very, very good peer review team, and their chances also there definitely, because once they take the money, they also enhance your total overall presentation of the content. Their editorial team, step-by-step reviewing process, they ask us to improve all those things like the referencing, the thematic representation, and the total execution. So from their dedicated editorial team, as for example in Nature, they have with regard to their the payment they are taking. So that kind of privilege always there in open access, and there are chances, of course, little more than the subscription based. It is my experience. I have published recently in Nature Communication, so I'm sharing. And in some cases in open access, if you request to the editors, they might sometimes exempt or reduce the fee. These are another things. As you said, now the institute may not encourage the open access. In CSR, in IICT, they won't encourage. We don't have any policy to publish in open access. But when you request to the editor, they sometimes listen. So these are the point.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, what happens sometimes for the new journals, first they don't give any open access. That is not open access initially, but once that journal becomes famous, now they are going for the open access. So it's become difficult then to publish in the same journal. Yes, that happened to me also.
Yes. So in future, more will be coming up next. Yes, that is yours. Already everyone is witnessing SCS, Willy, RSC, every journals they are either slowly diverting into the open access. So today or tomorrow, we should be prepared for that. It is very, very practical things what you raised here. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, what happens sometimes for the new journals, first they don't give any open access. That is not open access initially, but once that journal becomes famous, now they are going for the open access. So it's become difficult then to publish in the same journal.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience.
There are a couple of experts with us online, so participants may ask questions. Mr. Krishna, please ask your question. You can unmute yourself and ask. Mr. Krishna, can you hear me? You can ask your question to any of the experts that we have here.
Mr. N. Krishna, are you there?
Any other questions to our participants, to our speakers here?
If there is no other question, then we'll wait for 5 minutes to start the valedictory session, because we're expecting some more resource persons to join in this session. Waiting for them. I have Ujjalpal with me and I'm waiting for others to join. So we'll wait for 5 minutes and this questionnaires also will continue. If you have any question in your mind, you can ask. We can make it a discussion session for another 10 minutes. 12:30, I will start valedictory session.
Dr. Paul.
Please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
In continuation to the discussion that we're having about open access journals,
Yes.
Since more and more journals are moving towards open access because they are free to free for everyone, and we can refer to them more often, and the citations will be increasing. If the major research institutions like IITs and NITs, if they don't allow to publish in open access journals, how can the research output be received to all the people in India or such institutions which cannot afford to pay?
Yeah, this is a very good point. Actually, on that, we have set a target here. In our institute, we have made an understanding that the work, if it is at high quality, and we are projecting good journals, and certain journals we have selected that can be considered after subsequent approval from management and from the directors. So that way, few journals at highest level, highly peer-reviewed journals like Nature's couple of journals and some of the ACS and Wiley. And some other editorial house. So those journals we are right now keeping in the consideration subject to the management's and others approval. And as you said, of course, it is a big question for the authors, for the faculties across the academia and industry. How we can cope up with that open access? Slowly we are diverting and slowly we are facing into any of the journal, even smaller journals also now they are keeping into that payment basis that cost minimum $1,700 and so on. So that is the minimum, I think. That way, still our institute, as I said, won't encourage for smaller journals. So still, so there are journals where still option is there. You can publish through subscription without payment. And also, you know that open access means that the visibility will be more across the globe, third world country, and others can easily access the journals because subscription is a big global issue to have all the journals access. Even in our institute also won't have all accessibility. So that way, for reaching into the global stage, every editorial house, every publishing house, they are keeping into the options both way, open and subscription. So that is their motto to reach the knowledge, the science, the other things to each and every one for simplicity and wider way. So those are the points they are keeping in discussions.
Yeah, and you must have been aware of the recent trends, like whenever we need to pay for a publication, we are looking for scientists or professors from Middle Eastern countries or African nations. If they publish from their side, there is some exclusion. I mean, there is some discounts, and sometimes they may completely waive off the publication fees as well. So it is unnecessarily giving some of them credit for some of our work just to get it published.
That is the thing. This is the decision taken by global scientific community. Still, third world countries, most of the organization institutes they are exempt from those subscription. Recently, one fellow from Nigeria under CSR those program, a couple of students working under me, and they have published some of the journals even without paying any of the things.
Now, I'm going to give the concluding remarks of this 5-day FDP program. Today, we have come to the end of this 5-day faculty development program on research methodology. I personally felt that every session was different and informative. I hope our participants have acquired good knowledge in various aspects, like how to design a research proposal, using LaTeX to write a research article, criteria to prepare high-quality manuscript for publication in high-impact factor journals. We have also understood how scientific journal ranking is there and which journal will be suitable for a publication. An in-depth knowledge and information has been given on ethical policies of India, copyright and plagiarism in publication of any research work in terms of journal publication or book chapter or any other forms. We have also enlightened with the process of systematic literature review and data collection. Further, we came to know what are the advanced searching tools and referencing tools available for literature review. As a whole, I hope this FDP is very fruitful for all the participants, especially for young researchers and research scholars, as they can adopt a systematic research strategy to publish their work in good journals, as well as they can also do their research in their own way. As all of us know, that research endeavor can make one's career brighter and brighter in terms of publications, patents, and projects. Hence, I wish you all the very best for your future. The recordings of PPTs of all the sessions will be posted in the group shortly, and the certificates will be provided within 1 week. Hence, we will maintain our WhatsApp group for the next few days. Finally, I would like to thank you wholeheartedly for your participation in this FDP to make it a grand success. Thank you all. And I would also like to thank our management to provide us this great opportunity to conduct such a wonderful FDP and to be associated with you for all the 5 days. Thank you all the resource persons for giving us wonderful lecture in this FDP. Thank you. Now I would like to invite our beloved principal sir to speak few words on this occasion. Over to Principal Sir.
And what is the content, and how to go in depth in the research methodologies, and how to do their PhD or of course publications of papers, how to do research, and how to select the topics, how to prepare the models, or of course mathematical or working or etc. How to do the analysis of later on, how to get the results, and how to update the latest results to the public, or how to show their work to the outside world to recognize their works, to be identified their works as a latest research work. And also, of course, those are pursuing PhD, how to do their coursework of part of their PhD, because most of the universities and institutions, those who are joined PhD, they should complete their coursework. Is the research methodologies is the one of the subject they are going to do, and also those who are interested in the research, always they should follow the latest methodologies. Of course, conventional too. Nowadays, research methodologies has become one of the burning topic, not only for PhD but also MTechs, and of course in future I think the subject will be useful to be incorporated for BTech people also, because every study should be in a research way. For every student at UG level, if they study the subject in a research way, definitely a lot of work to be carried out to the globally, and also the part of the development of the nation, and to be the part of development of global developments. So henceforth, we are looking forward, and well support from all our resource persons are giving the well support to carry out this program, and also our research coordinator Dr. Anita Chatterjee garu, and our all team, those worked for it, and that's Sarath garu, all members, those are directly or indirectly supported this entire team, all our English faculty and HNDS faculty, all worked for this out. And also I like to thanks to all the participants listened last 5 days. They are completely involved in this program, and they have given very good feedback to me, and they are told that they're very good program. Definitely they are also interested to, they are given the feedback that they want to conduct some more programs like this. I congratulate all the staff members. It is only initiation. It will be continued in future. And although staff members also, I request that please continue what you learn. Continue for your projects and students' projects, and your own development, and also research projects, applying research projects. Definitely it will be useful. And with the support of all our R&D team, either R&D Dean Dr. Gupteswar Sahu garu, and all head of the departments, all deans, they have given a lot of support, and to successfully conducting these 5 FDCs, 5-day FDP. In future also we are looking forward to conduct some more programs, particularly in the area of research. We want to more focus on it, and we want to go for research excellence in coming future. We want to involve not only MTech or PhD, but also the BTech students also we want to involve. Already some of the staff members having research scholars. So this area to be more focused by us, and to be more strengthened. We want to go for requirements of this course were compulsory in future days. And thank you one and all. And I wish all the team successful conduction of this 5 days FDP, and also giving the opportunity to interact with a few minutes. And also thanks to all the coordinators and making me part of this program. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Srinivas. Now, I would like to hand it over to the program coordinator, Srimati P. Revati Madam, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected patrons, esteemed speakers, distinguished faculty members, and participants, welcome to the valedictory of our faculty development program on research methodology. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our honorable patrons, Sri Raghu Kalidindi Sir, Chairman of Raghu Engineering College, Secretary Srimati Ramadevi Kalidindi Ma'am, and Director Sri Rahul Verma Kalidindi Sir, who have always been supportive to our initiatives and encourage us to strive for excellence. Their continuous efforts to facilitate professional growth and enhance the quality of education are profoundly appreciated. We are grateful to our Chief Guest, Professor K. Babulu, Sir, Director and R&D and Admissions for JNTU GB, for his graciously accepting our invitation for the inaugural of the FGP. His insightful words and valuable guidance have been a source of inspiration for all the participants throughout this program. Our heartfelt thanks to all the resource persons for accepting our invitation and sharing their knowledge, expertise, and experiences during the various sessions. Your contributions have been instrumental in expanding our horizons and enhancing our professional development. A special note of thanks to Mr. Udanda Sir, Coordinator of Basic Sciences and Humanities, Dr. Kiran Kumar, Head of Department of Physics, and Ms. K. Bhanukumari, Associate Professor in the Department of English, for their meticulous planning, attention to detail, and dedication that have laid the foundation for the successful event. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the members of Advisory Committee, Professor C.H. Srinivasu Sir, Principal of Raghu Engineering College, Professor A. Vijay Kumar, Dean Planning and Development, Professor P.S.R. Chowdhury, Dean of Student Affairs, Professor P. Sasikiran Sir, Dean Academics, Professor Gupteswar, Sahu Sir, Dean of Research and Development, Professor S. Srinath Raju Sir, Coordinator of CSC Department, who dedicated their time to mentor and guide us throughout this program. Your commitment to nurturing and strengthening us as professionals is truly commendable, and we are grateful for your unwavering support. My hearty appreciation to the organizing committee as well, heads of all the departments of basic sciences and humanities who work behind the scenes to ensure the smooth execution of this program. Last but not the least, our sincere appreciation to all the participants for their active involvement and continuous engagement during the FGP. Your eagerness to learn, share, and collaborate has created a vibrant learning environment, making this FGP program truly enriching and fulfilling. Finally, we are thankful to Mr. G. Sanyas Raju Sir, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, for his technical assistance, without which the flawless execution of this faculty development program wouldn't be possible. In conclusion, I would like to express our heartfelt thanks once again to everyone who has contributed to the success of this FGP. We look forward to future collaborations and continuous growth. With a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment, we bid farewell to this FGP, carrying with us the lessons learned, memories, and the determination to implement the knowledge gained in our professional endeavors. Now, we would like to end the valedictory program by national anthem. I request all the participants to switch on their video and stand for the anthem.
तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जय गण मंगलदायक जय हे आनंद भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे
Thank you all for the session. Have a great day.
Once again, I thank all of you for your participation in this activity to make it grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, madam.
Recording. The session.